Hey guys, I'm Coach Alex, and I'm here to address a very common question we have, which is how much protein should I eat? So, how much protein should the average adult be eating? A general recommendation and the absolute minimum protein would be 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. And for anybody in like a fitness program, that goes to 0.8 to 1.0 for an adult 18 years or older. To show you that calculation and how it's figured a little bit, a 180 pound male divided by 2.2, that's kilograms per pound. So a 81.8 kilogram male should eat at least 0.8 grams per kilogram, which comes to about 65 grams of protein. That's the bare minimum. That's what you need to sustain your bodily functions. But let's talk about athletes, people who work hard and need a little bit more protein. It sort of changes depending on what your goals are. So, depending on what kind of athlete you are, or if you're somewhere in the middle, an aerobic endurance athlete would need about 1.0 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. That's because they're not using quite as much muscle mass and they're relying more on the aerobic system. Whereas a strength and power athlete would need 1.4 to 1.7 grams per kilogram of body weight. And then we get down to a calorie restricted person. Say you're an athlete who's trying to continue with your activities, but you're also trying to lose a little bit of weight. If you're restricting your calories, you need more protein in your diet to basically split the difference. You need to level up the protein to between 1.8 and 2.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. And that's essentially to offset the calorie restriction. If you're in a calorie deficit, that means your body is naturally going to go into a catabolic state. And so to preserve your muscle mass so that you don't get tiny while you're trying to lose weight, you want to include a little bit more protein. Now, what I think is more important than the numbers would be your source of protein and your consistency. So you have kind of a wide range here to choose from, but I think the most important part is that you can stay consistent with it. Setting a goal of 200 grams of protein per day might sound good, but then when you go to do it in practice, it's a lot harder. So setting an attainable goal for your protein is up there on the importance, and then where are you getting your protein from? If you're eating nothing but boiled chicken, you might not be nearly as happy as if you're getting your protein from multiple sources. You got eggs, dairy products, chicken, lean meats, poultry, fish, and red meat as well. So it needs to come from a balance of all these, as well as legumes. So think about how you want to set your protein goals, what you're training for, whether it be an aerobic event where you're running more or you're swimming, or maybe you're trying to build muscle mass. If you have any more questions about how to structure your dietary program, how much protein you should be eating, if you're somewhere in the middle here and you need help deciding how much protein you should eat for yourself, you can always email me at alex@sportsperformancept.com. Thanks for listening.